How's it going, everyone? Greetings and much blessings. And mitakuye oyasin. I know a lot of people have been throwing around the idea that you shouldn't say the word blessed because apparently that's a bad word to say. For whatever reason, I guess, because when you say bless, that means be less, I guess. But see, you got to put things in proper context. You know how it is with the English language. One word can mean many different things. Just make sure that you're understanding. Yes, make sure that you're understanding the application of that word in its multiple meanings. So when I say, yes, when I say greetings and much blessings, when I say greetings and much blessings, I don't say it in the sense of that you're becoming lesser with blessings. No, for me, quite a humbling. It's quite a humbling thing to say greetings and much blessings. And y'all have to pardon me because I'm trying to I thought I had a sneeze for a second or two. But yeah, when I say greetings and much blessings, I don't say it for those to be less. I say it in a humbling way. Basically, for me, being blessed is to be less for more because you want to be humble. You want to always be humble in front of the Creator. So, even with that said, greetings and much blessings, the lessons that be. So, in to the lessers that be, meaning those that are, whether you're sick, whether you're weak, or just humble, but not to look down upon nobody. So, yes, it's all about how you put things in context. Okay. And this actually ties in with what I want to talk about. So just bear with me because I'm going somewhere with all this. Okay. Yes. Um, but yeah, you want to basically make sure that you're always there for other people. Like I was even thinking to sort of change up the way that I do my videos. So at the beginning, I usually say, greetings and much blessings. And then at the end of the video, I say, y'all stay blessed. And yeah, 1 second. All right, I was, excuse me, I was finally able to sneeze. So, yeah. All right. So, this actually ties in with everything that I want to talk about during this time. Okay. So, excuse me. We'll just look up what it means. Look up kind of what I want to talk about in regards to iron sharpens iron. Okay, because it ties in actually with my greetings. But yeah, I was at one point I was just going to say uh in the beginning of my videos. Instead, I was just going to say greetings instead of greetings and much blessings. And at the end of the video, I was just going to start saying stay on the straight and narrow instead of saying y'all stay blessed. But no, I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change a thing because really, when I say greetings and much blessings, y'all already know what I meant by that, given what I explained just a few seconds, a few minutes ago. Now, at the end, when I say y'all stay blessed, for me, that is y'all stay or y'all stay be less or be less as far as staying humble or staying in the know of different lessons. Faith cometh by hearing and hearing of the word, these words being lessons, right? So that's kind of where I'm coming from with all this. Because, yes, given today's topic, talking about iron sharpens iron. Okay. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're going to get to that because you'll see exactly what I mean. I'm actually trying to look up the scripture right now as we speak. So let me try to do a little bit more to find that scripture for y'all. Okay. Give me a second here. Bear with me while I get that scripture together. Let's see. Iron sharpens iron. You've heard this many times. You're hearing it now more so in these times. Okay. We hear it all the time, but we wanna get more into actually the the meat, the sauce of this particular scripture. So I'm very excited about this because I've been holding off on talking about this for quite some time because I like to let things build a little bit out there. Okay. So sometimes when we look at the landscape of things as it pertains to what's going on in this world, we don't understand the power of words. We don't understand that it is very important we think about what we say and how we say things. Okay. And especially when it is in regards to how one supports somebody else, right? Whether that's basically based on ethnicity, gender, beliefs, culture, regardless. Now, in Proverbs chapter 27, verse 7, I'll read to you out of the King James, but then we'll also read out of the Thompsons. So I put this scripture together. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 7. Let me get out the scripture. No, Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. I apologize. Okay. And let's go to it. As iron sharpens iron, so one sharpens another. So this is through many different things, whether it's through action or it's through your words. It's through a lot of different things. Okay. In the Thompson's Bible, if you read out that same scripture, Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. And there's more to this. We can read more. So I guess I shall read more because this actually ties in with what being a black knight is all about, or from the biblical standpoint, you fighting the spiritual warfare. You know, the armor, well, is it not made of possibly iron, just as the sword is? So you want your suit to be just as sharp as the sword that you're wielding. Okay. You're wielding towards the unyielding. You're wielding towards the uh, unyielding. That's what's going on out here. Okay. And we have to think about the way we do things out here in this type of world. It's very important because you want to, in the midst of all this wielding towards the unyielding, you still want to be gilding. Okay. So, gilding in the sense of course, you know, the armor is not made to be like the knight in shining armor type of situation, but you still want to feel golden about your life and your circumstance. You still want to feel a little pristine despite the things that are unclean in this world. You want to get some of the filth off of you. So you want to get some of the rust off of you too. That comes with iron sharpens iron. And why not have a little bit of gold added to the iron just to prove how sharp it can be? And you'll constantly have to do this. Now, obviously, those that live in a more pristine world, they don't have to worry about their iron being sharpened. They're not going through things that tests their fortitude, that tests their armor. Okay. So this is very important. This is very important. We think about all these things because we're living more in a world where people aren't trying to sharpen each other. And when you're living a certain life that's about the spiritual warfare, you want to be around people that sharpen you as much as possible. Okay. You want to be around people that that sharpen you a lot. You don't want to be around people that basically excuse me. You don't want to be around people that have you dull. And they have you dull in different ways. They have you dull just by not really being around you, uh, being there for you, especially in regards to love, like how one sharpens each other, as a coupling. So this is all very important, if you ask me, this whole idea of sharpening. Okay. Now, in the actual King James, because I read to y'all actually non-King James scriptures, in the King James itself, it says, iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. What is countenance? What is countenance? Let's look that up. Let's look up what countenance actually is. Okay. And I hope everybody has been having a good one out there, by the way. Let's see. Countenance is a noun that means the appearance or the expression of one's face. It can also mean the face itself. For example, you might say he had a puzzled countenance, or what a charming countenance. However, countenance can also be used as a verb meaning to tolerate or approve. Okay, so basically, if you look at this from the standpoint of iron sharpens iron, you're more in acceptance of the refinement of said person that you have been around based on a lot of their refinement that has been taking place, or the fact that they're just pliable enough for refinement. So this is key. You want to be around someone that refines you. You want to be refinable. You want to make sure that you're around someone that's refinable. So this is key out here in spiritual warfare. Praying for each other when we go through adversities, praying for each other as we go through trials and tribulations, showing each other love and support, just being there for the betterment of each other in a lot of different times that we live in. Okay. That iron has to continue to be sharpened. Now, I want to go back to the Thompson's Bible, and I want to start off with that same scripture that I did start off with you all. And then I'll go and break it down in the King James Version, because a lot of people like the Thompson's Bible that I read from. So I'm going to start from there first. Usually I start from there next after I do the King James Version first. So here we go. Starting off, Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. Iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. You see right there, though, they removed the idea of countenance from that aspect of scripture in the Thompson's Bible. Why? I don't know, but that's an important thing. That's an important word right there. Okay. It's not just that you're simply sharpening another person. It's more to that. You're sharpening the way they look, the way they have an outlook on life, the way they feel, their expressions. You're sharpening all of those things. Okay. But yeah, Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17, starting out, Thompson's Bible. Iron sharpens iron, So one man sharpens another. Verse 18, he who tends to the fig tree will eat its fruit, and he who cares for his master will be honored. Verse 19, as in water, face reflects face, so the heart of man reflects man. Okay? So I'll stop there because it goes into other different types of story afterwards. It goes into other different types of stories afterwards, but I'll stop there as to say, with this idea of one reflecting the other, this can be said about a lot of the college football games we've been seeing lately. So, and I say that meaning to say there's been a lot of hype behind one individual, aka Coach Prime. You know, uh, the way you would think a team has to sharpen each other, and how the team reflects the coach. In some ways, the coach can reflect the team if the team is not fully supportive of the coach. But all this in mind, uh, this really says a lot too, as far as he who tends the fig tree will eat its fruit. So tending to things like, and you could say iron sharpens iron is a way of tending this well. So you're attentive to those that you have amongst you in this spiritual warfare. That comes through prayer, that comes through consideration, that comes through support, refining each other, keeping each other sharp. And hey, some days aren't always good, but we make it better. So, we'll just continue to sharpen each other. We'll continue to work through our difficulties because at the end of the day, we're in the spiritual war together, us against the world, us against the spiritual principalities of this world, right? So I just broke that down, some of the scriptures, and we could get more into it. I might do that while I still got a little time for this live stream. I'm gonna try to keep this at the half-hour mark so that'll give more than enough people to go back and check this out on a replay. Okay, I just appreciate everybody giving me the views and showing me the support. A majority of my live streams will be scripture based. Okay, so I try to diversify some of my content, but still have a spiritual presence to it. But with my live streams, yes, a majority of them, basically like 90% of my live streams, will always be scripture based. Okay. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17, from out of the King James Bible, starting out. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Huh, of his friend, not his foe, his friend. Keep that in mind. You only sharpeneth the iron of your friend. Okay. Verse 18. Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof. So he that waiteth on his master shall be honored. And in this case, master just simply means teacher, not slave master type of thing. It means teacher, but we could break down more of this in a later precept for sure. That particular scripture. Verse 19, as in water, face answereth to face, so the heart of man to man. And this is once again going back to what I said about the reflection, because it didn't say mirror, it said as in the water, face answereth to face. Now, the water has movement to it, does it not? It could be wavy or it can be stagnant. And even in all that, there's different perspectives of the reflection based on if the water's stagnant or if the water is wavy or it ruffles a little bit. You'll see different looks on your face, right? So the same thing with the heart. The heart can become, I guess you can say stagnant, or it can be pretty racy. But all this that answereth things like I just read to y'all, as in the water answereth to face, so the heart of man to man. So in all this, this goes back to still sharpening the iron, because the iron will only be as sharp as the one that sharpens it. You will only be as good as the people you have around you. Okay? Keep that in mind. Sometimes it's best to not have people around you, but that's only for such a time. The scripture says it's not good that a man should be alone. And even when it says, I'll make a help meet, well, in regards to the gender, literally the woman was made for man. She was not made for herself. And the man was not made to just continuously be by himself. Okay. And I've talked about that at a lot of different platforms, because we're getting a lot of this gender divide going on, which basically the Bible condemns. Yes, the Bible condemns gender division. Okay. Yes, it does. So, with that said, let's see if I could break down some of the scripture a little bit more, if there's something that I can pretty much add to a lot of what has already been spoken. And I guess simply put, everything has been spoken. So with that said, just enjoy the rest of your day. I hope and I pray that one continues to pray and continue to have hope. Yes, continue to have hope. Hope is just positivities. Okay, that's what real hope is about. Okay, hope is about things still being possible. Okay, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Right, so continue to believe in those things that you've been hoping for, those things that seem impossible. Pray for those. Even pray for those who would never pray for you. Even pray for those that try to prey on you. Pray for those that oppose you. Pray for those that try to expose you. Pray for those who try to wrongfully use you or abuse you. Pray for those that do love you. Pray for those that refuse you. Pray for those that hate you. Pray for those that appreciate you. Pray. Sharpen the iron. Sharpen the iron of your friend. So with all that said, when it comes to your friend, you sharpen that iron. Yes. And like I said, I want to break down more of this in precepts. I want to eventually do that. But hey, maybe I guess with the little time that I have, I can go to a cross reference. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. Got a cross reference scripture in my Thomason's Bible. I might as well use it, right? So let's go there. Some people say Ecclesiasticus. It's Ecclesiastes. Let's just keep it simple. Yeah. Chapter 4, verse 9. Okay. Says in the King James, two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. Okay. So in this essence of iron sharpens iron, yeah, you're doing things by yourself, sure. However, nothing like when two or more people are together in the midst of things taking place. Iron sharpens iron. It didn't say that iron sharpened iron by itself. Didn't say that, did it? So that's important for everyone to think about. You got to start keeping in mind that we need to be more around each other and to be there for each other, uplifting each other. We don't see enough of that, okay? So I'm all about that. I'm definitely all about that. Let me make sure we got everything good to go here. Yeah, because I want to read to y'all Ecclesiasticus. Yeah, I want to read y'all that out of the Thompson's Bible. So we're gonna let me go there. I want to read it out of the Thompson's Bible. So I want to have y'all see what that's all about. Okay, let's see something here. All right, gotta go here. Let me see, Ecclesiasticus. I'm gonna keep saying that. Was that chapter 4, verse 9? I think that's what I believe that's what it was. Kind of lost track of some of my scripture. Let me see. Yeah, Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9 out of the Thompson's Bible. Two are better than one because they have good return for their labor. So it's a reciprocal thing. That's the other thing about iron sharpens iron. It's a reciprocal thing. Prayer, all of that's supposed to be reciprocal. It should not return unto you void. Like the creator said, the creator even said it. So the creator is talking from a reciprocal standpoint. Iron sharpens iron. It's reciprocal. And I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. And y'all continue to stay blessed. Yes, I said it. Until next time.